Hey everyone, it's Erin with Erin Gabriella, just popping on for my first live weekly reading in a while. I hadn't had time to tell everyone because I just been asleep. Like I just got back into Europe. I've escaped Turkey. I'd like to let everyone know. Yeah, it's not my place. Sorry, I don't mean to disrespect the whole country. I usually don't give negative country reviews, but yeah, I was so much predatory energy. I mean, even on my way to the airport, again, I had some taxi driver try to cheat me. It's just exhausting. But thankfully, after I landed back in Europe, like the energy immediately started to lift. I feel a sense of safety that I haven't felt for like a month. It just, everything feels right. And when I was on the airplane, I was seeing 777, like 717, which I hadn't seen since I landed in Turkey, like not the 777. So it was really confirmation that I made the right decision to leave early. I was going to stay 3 months, but with the nonsense that I was experiencing, I felt it better to just leave early. Okay, it's just frequency mismatch. Let's do a blessing. With love and gratitude, I am here now. I cleanse the space for all those who are watching this now or in the future. May we come together in love and gratitude, connect in unity and connection. May I bring through the messages that the collective most needs to hear. May all be well in all our worlds. May we be supremely protected. So let it be. Awesome. Okay. And I'm being guided to light a candle as well. This is just here, so I'm just going to light it. It's not scented, unfortunately. But I'm going to go ahead and light it because I think it's important for us to light a candle, especially as we approach the new moon. It just feels like more lightness and brightness. I said that last week, but I feel like this week there's another level of protection coming in, I guess. Another level of abundance and another level of depth. So I just really feel like this is a deepening. This week, I think we're going to be asked to go deeper into ourselves and who we are, and to really tap into joy and connection, especially. I'm going to draw some more cards, but first let me light a candle, and I'm feeling guided to just do a little, let me just figure out what Spirit wants to do. So I have my Ankh here. With love and gratitude, I gather with my brethren as we light a candle for peace and oneness. May health and prosperity reign. May love and gratitude be all that we know. May everything and everyone together commune in peace. And may truth shine like the beautiful light of the stars in the glistening dark sky. I know this world may sometimes seem dark or scary, but as this candle burns, may we all be reminded of the light that is held within each of our hearts. And to be reminded that light always prevails. So let it be. Now I'm being guided. I have this thing that I found here, and I'm being guided as I light the candle to flip the time. So it's almost like the sands of time are turning in direction of light and light-filled forces. So I'm going to set the intention now that as I flip this, is it a time glass? Now the balance of power and the winds of time and the winds of change shift in the direction of lightness and love. So let it be. Now we light our candle. See if I can do it all together. Let's get the candle on the shot here. All right. The time warp and the winds of change will be creative here. May light flow through and into each of our worlds. May love and abundance be all that we know. And may everything always work out for our highest and best so it'll be. Beautiful. I love these little. So I'm going to set this candle aside. I don't know if I probably can't get in the shot, but it looks so gorgeous. And I love these things. I mean, I think they're just so cool. It's actually the second one that I've seen. The first one that I saw, I was actually in Lisbon visiting, and it was my first time ever in Lisbon. And I remember when I was there, I ended up channeling a message saying that I needed to kind of come over to Europe. I didn't know exactly like what that meant. So I think it's so interesting that Spirit guided my attention to this this other glass here, and how this is somehow like the second time that I've seen this. The last one I saw was black. This one that I saw was white. I just think we've come full circle in a way this week. I think for me, like my symbol is this little hourglass thing, but it's almost like we reached a new cycle and a new clarity. We're exactly where we need to be, and we are being given signs by the universe that that is the case. Let's see what other messages I can get. I'm hearing time warp. So I'm being drawn again to the energy of time, that many of us are being gifted with the opportunity to jump through or open up a time warp or a time portal into another area of time space that is more better suited to our needs. So this could be like, for me, like moving to back, to Europe, where I feel like the energies are just lighter and brighter than what I was experiencing in Turkey. It was just really low vibes there. But for some of you, it could be a literal move. It could be a job change, a relationship change, but it's just you are moving in the right direction. And if you're not, you're being redirected. So it's really important for all of us to remember that no matter what happens, we are on the right path, and that all is well. And that if you're having a shakeup right now in your life, it's for the best. All right, so I'm going to set this aside as well. I wonder if I can set it up here. Ooh, nope. I'll just set it here. Okay, and I'll start drawing some cards to see if we can't get more information. Any other things that we want to talk about right now, Spirit, before we go into the cards? Feels like redemption is coming through as a theme again. I know we had that a couple weeks ago, but is there anything new as regards to redemption? So if some of you are in some kind of a legal battle or dispute of some kind of a formal nature, that could be resolved in your favor. If you've been falsely accused of anything this week, could bring redemption, only because there's just so much light and so much brightness. We are going into the summer months. It makes sense that things could be exposed, that there could be another wave of exposure, even collectively as well. Anything else, Spirit, before we go into the cards? Developing a depth of connection to the life force of Mother Nature, to your own life force, and then learning how to direct that. So this feels like a very magician week. This is the week of you having a deeper understanding of your willpower, of your strength, of your fortitude, of your resiliency, and being able to bring that forward this week in a new way. So let's take a look at the cards. Okay, the universe does want to bless you. the universe does with the bless you. So I have Layla, a celestial. So I'm being, in my head, I'm being seen celestial goddess. I'm going to take a look at the guidebook for this one, but I really am being drawn to her and the supernova that's up here. So there's a very cosmic, very galactic like element to this week. This being right here seems to be being birthed out of the cosmos herself. If you see, like, she's being made of the stardust. So this is a week for us to remember that we are stardust, we are divine, to tap into our nature that exists beyond form and to move into a greater and more balanced restructuring of who we are as spirit and not get too lost in the material. The blessing of Al-Hakim. Let's see. Crown chakra. I'm hearing crown chakra healing. So the crown can be the way where a lot of us take in information, especially if you're sensitive. The crown chakra can be like that primary filter for a lot of energies. I'm seeing almost like the universe coming in and just like blowing a breath of cleansing energy into the crown chakra, especially later in this week, around the 17th or 18th, and allowing some of that gunk that's maybe been resting in your crown that you may not even know is there to be cleared out to help lighten your auric field and allow you to step more freely and fully into joy. And I'm being guided to the energy of the moon. So I know that we do have a new moon coming up tomorrow, July 17th. And that feels very much like the theme for that also feels like a crown chakra upgrade. Okay, so it's a crown chakra upgrade, a deepening of our own psychic depth, our own psychic perception, and a better understanding of us as cosmic beings and a deeper remembrance of us as stardust. So that's really interesting. Anything else I can gather from this card? And then willpower. So I'm getting, I forgot to show you guys, I'm getting drawn to the energy of blue as well. So the light of the moon and the pale blue sky. Interesting. The sun shining and the green grass together make up the perfect day of sunshine and gratitude for each of us to know that is these very elements, essences, and experiences that fuel and craft our own magic and our own depth of perception as magicians. So I just kind of channeled that on the fly. I don't even remember what I said, but hopefully that was coherent. It seemed like it was using the elements, because the green grass, the stars in the sky, being aware of the different elements, both personally and cosmically, how they can reflect inside your own body. So for example, like the sun shining can relate to your solar plexus. The green grass can relate to the heart chakra, like the Mother Earth. The stars in the sky can relate to your crown. The blue sky can be the throat, and how each of these each of these elements or, earthly factors that we have in our lives are each corresponding at a particular vibration or series of vibrations, and can also correspond to our individual chakras. So if we take a look and we kind of study through color and elements, the different aspects of Mother Nature and the world that we live in, that is the key to helping us unlock a deeper depth of perception of ourselves as divine beings, as cosmic beings, and as magicians. And through that depth of understanding, we come to know ourselves better, and we come to learn how to wield our own power and our magic in greater and deeper ways. I'm also seeing the Al-Uza, star of Venus. So Venus energy coming in really strong. Venus the goddess of love, the goddess of beauty. Like I said, there's a blessing that wants to come in this week, and I do feel it is a blessing of beauty, a blessing of cleansing, and a blessing of beauty, and a blessing of almost like I'm seeing some of you just are really are changing direction. Some of you don't need to have your direction changed because you're already on the right track, but some of you really need to change direction. And if that's resonating with you, like this week could be the week where you make that shift and you're able to go into just almost like see the light and be able to chart like a new, direct, more abundant path for yourself. So that's really exciting. Is there anything else I can get from this card? It's not instant growth, but let me see. Quick and extreme growth. Okay, so I'm being drawn to randomly like her very long hair and how it's unusual for like anyone to have hair that long. So it's about, and I'm getting the energy of Rapunzel. Interesting. Or the energy of hair, spirit. Extreme. Yeah, I'm just hearing like extreme. The universe is going to extreme lengths to reach you, and the universe is going to go to extreme lengths to ensure that you continue to grow even more than anyone could have ever thought or imagined. So, okay, I'll go with that. Let me draw some more cards. The cards I'm pulling right now are more abstract, so I think the messages themselves are more abstract, but let's see if we can ground it in with more tarot. See if we can get any more energy themes, and then we'll go into the dailies. Oh, also I have an announcement that I'll do at the end. Okay. Yeah, some of people are just like, it's almost like spirit is speaking, but maybe you might be a bit busy and might have trouble hearing it, or there might be a scattered energy. It's like you have an idea of where you need or want to go, but you're not completely clear on how you're going to get there, and that could be a source of stress. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, 8 of Cups. Okay. So yeah, it just feels like delay is the first thing that I'm kind of getting here. There could be a delay in an outcome or a delay. It's more of like a pause. It's not a delay. It's a pause. The universe is putting you on pause. I'm getting the Death reverse. So a change, almost like a change delayed. And then I'm getting the 8 of Cups. So that could be kind of like a walking away, but almost like in a delay of walking away. So it just seems like the universe wants you to do a review this week, to take a look at yourself and to say what's working, what's not working. It feels like this week is going to be a little bit of a slower week as well. Not as explosive as the last week, and this will be a powerful opportunity for you to be able to go deeper into yourself. I mean, given the Ace of Cups, some new opportunities and emotional situation to kind of take a look at yourself, examine, your own emotions, and to, take some time to take a look at your own sense of lack that you have in your life and to correct that. I'm seeing the 5 of Pentacles. So this being a 5 of Pentacles is usually kind of like being out in the cold or being out on your own. It's usually a group, like 2 people who are kicked out of a church and have to walk alone in the snow. And this could be how some of you are feeling, like you're just feeling very alone, like you're feeling like you have to kind of fight life's battles by yourself, but you really don't, because you do have spirit on your side and you have magic on your side as well. So I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune. This is a special triumph out of the shadows or out of a place where you didn't think it could be. That's really interesting. And then I'm getting the Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands is about forward movement, but it's like, it's in this sense, it's not external forward movement first. First, it's that pause. It's that let me relax and just kind of lay here and really take a look at how I've been feeling, for better or for worse, and to give myself that nurturing and that care. And that is how I'm going to activate my luck, my good luck. It's actually through doing the opposite of just trying to push forward. It's through resting and relaxation and a certain amount of self-care and taking the time to kind of nurture yourself emotionally so that you can love yourself out of any limiting beliefs or situations that may seem dire to you in your mind. Okay, I'm getting the King of Swords reversed with the Queen of Swords reversed. So the King of Swords reversed is not, it's usually, again, like manipulative masculine energy. So this could be collective, but then it's coming in against the Queen of Swords. So it feels like a balancing. It's almost like truth versus lies. And this is both collectively and internally as well. It's a like toxic masculine system, or could for some of you individually be like a toxic masculine energy, trickery, lies, deceptions, manipulation, etc. And then the Queen coming upright, the feminine energy wanting to correct with the compassionate love of the divine feminine that's just as sharp as the King. It seems like this clash, well, it's not really a clash because what one was first? The King of, okay, I see what's going on here. So if you take a look, and I'm going to try to put them the way I had them originally. So it looks like, hold up. It's toxic, it's masculine energies. And it could be collectively or personally. Masculine energies come in, and again, this is an ongoing theme, but it just feels like something to look out for this week. Coming in to kind of almost like it has this knife going straight for her, well, it's for her, really it's for her crotch, but like I'm getting the energy of like backstabbing here. So a powerful feminine energy, and then a weakened masculine, words, communication. It just feels like a truth versus lies kind of week. And let's see a little bit more where that's going, because the cards aren't really giving me an outcome for that. But let's see. Let me get a clarifier sphere on this truth versus lies. Well, I have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is always luck, but it can also be divine justice. Let's see. The clarifier. Okay. I'm getting the Seven of Cups reversed. Okay, so it's almost like in this swirl, and this is collectively, it could be individually, but it could be collectively as well. In this swirl of mayhem that exists in the external world, it can be difficult to know what's real. I'm just getting the energy of someone just kind of being like, I don't understand, like, where to turn. I don't understand what's true. And some of this could be individual programming. It could even be like, for example, the lie that you have to go to college in order to get a job. Or you have to, I'm going to try another one, that you have to, give me one, Spirit, I'm blanking. You have to work hard to earn money. That's another one. So these are things that society tells us that aren't actually true. Like they're this part of this kind of inverted masculine, trying to get us to work against the natural flow of the universe itself through just falsities and things that aren't true. This can create a sense of like your soul or your spirit is telling you the direction that it wants you to move, but it's clashing, and that's coming in as the Queen of Swords, but it's clashing with maybe what you've been told or what society tells you. And it's creating a little bit of a confusion where you're just kind of sitting here, like not really knowing what to do, what choices to make. And I'm also getting the Knight of Cups here. So follow your heart is the advice, because the Knight of Cups is emotion. So it's really your intuitive sense, and only your intuitive sense, that'll lead you to the right direction. And it's often your intuitive sense that will the intuition is a higher level of knowing that goes beyond any of our senses. So if your intuition is telling you something, it's not just an emotional thing. It's you're tapping into a higher intelligence that's bigger than anything that you know. And that higher intelligence has its own genius within it that can be hard for other people to comprehend. A lot of people don't understand genius. You know, how many stories have we heard about someone with a genius idea who's been laughed at by their colleagues because they think it's crazy until it happens? You know, it's kind of like that. So if you're in a situation where you're being called to do something that only your intuition is calling you to do, and everyone else around you is calling you crazy, it's not going to work, it's not practical, it's not ideal, how are you going to make money off that, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're on the wrong track. It simply means that everyone around you isn't able to understand your unique brand of genius. And that's okay. Leaning into you and trusting your own genius is what is going to get you through this week. And that is really what it is. And it's also going to get you out of this Five of Pentacle energies and back into the true closure and endings that need to come about here. I'm getting the study. So some of you, and I'm getting the Knight of Swords as well. So studying. So if there is something that you've been interested in learning, this week is a great week to get it started. Let's see if I can get any more information. It would be spirit guided. So it's almost like an intuitive sense. And it's not necessarily just, I want this or that certification. It would be like, I've always had a passion for music. I've always wanted to learn how to play, the guitar or whatever. And that nudge has been with you over and over and over again for God knows how long, it could be weeks, months, years, where you're just being nudged. Like, I kind of want to play the guitar. I want to learn how to play the guitar, and it's not going away. That's spirit, there's something in that. So go deeper into that. And I'm going to draw another of the Light Keepers card to see the being that wants to come forward for us this week. Faith. Okay. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in this world. So it just feels like some of us need a reminder that actually there is good. It can feel sometimes like maybe there is not. It can feel sometimes like, darkness or dark forces have the upper hand, and, it can be disheartening to see when you see maybe exposure on the media, or when if you experience some type of, disrespectful or toxic event. It can feel disheartening. You could just be like, why? Why do I have to live in a world where it just feels like there are little demons running around, I believe there's many reasons for it, I think, but I believe one of the many reasons is to help us to train us to see the light, even in the darkest of places. I believe that's a large part of the reason why. And it's important for us to continue to keep our focus on the light no matter what happens, and to remember that the light is always there, because I think it can be, when we start to lose focus on all the good that's happening, and there's a lot of good, that is when we start to slip into maybe like a depression or an angst or anything like that. But it's through the energy of faith and the energy of hope that we tap into really the truth of this universe, which is a loving, wonderful, kind, benevolent universe, even if it doesn't look like it. And it's through the energy of faith that we keep connecting to that source essence, despite the way how it looks on the outer. And this week especially, we're being asked to tap into that and pause, reflect on how maybe we've slipped out of that. And then when the universe calls us to move forward in a spirit-guided direction, not an ego-guided direction. So we'll get some final messages, and then we'll go into the dailies. Let me shuffle this a little bit better. And then after the dailies, I'll make a brief announcement. I guess I'll make the announcement before I do the dailies, so. Final messages, Spirit, for the week. General themes, anything that we need to know. Yes, renewed passion and vigor. It's almost like for some of you, I'm getting two different energies. It's like some people, the divine spark is coming in, but you're kind of confused and you don't really know how to do or where to flow or how to go. And for some of you, you do know, but the universe is asking you to take a pause. Authenticity. Yep. So I'm having the King of Wands connect into your authenticity. The Queen of Wands reverse. Let me tap into that. So I have the King and the Queen. It's about balancing your passions, and just keeping a lookout for any type of discord or naysayer. So I'm getting the Three of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands. So yeah, it just feels like naysayers, maybe, some manipulative energies. I mean, what else is new? I feel like there's always something going on, and we have to tap into our authenticity anyway, move beyond that, and continue to focus on our study and our learning, because that's what's paramount. And that's going to connect us to a brighter new passion that's going to help us feel amazing every day of the week, no matter what happens, period. So that's really beautiful. All right, so that was your weekly reading. Again, I'm Erin with Erin Gabriella. We'll go into the dailies now. I do have an announcement. I think I'm going to do some restructuring on this channel, because I have been doing these weekly and daily readings. I still like doing them, but really my heart and soul is with like my magic videos and my spell videos. So for now, I'm going to keep doing the weeklies and the dailies. You can let me know if you like them. This is kind of more of an experiment for me. But I really want to shift the focus of the channel back